start on the dot at 8:32. The course is marked with 5 buoys, and right now there are lifeguards on the way to hook up big orange markers for the people that can't see like myself. Basically, it'll go straight out, and it'll be a big arc around the pier, and you'll come in about 75 or 100 yards on the other side of the pier. So the buoy arrangement will be one in front, one over a little bit to the left, another one to the left, one to the very end, and then one over about 100 yards south of the pier, even with the end of the pier. So you're going to need to go around 5 buoys, okay? If you're going to put your shoes down there, it's a good idea to put it on the other side of the buoy so you don't finish and have to run back and get your shoes. You can run barefoot. You get a little extra credit for running barefoot in the tradition of tugs. The wetsuit area and the definition of the Le Mans start is that once the gun goes off, you run and get your wetsuit, and you can come back and start anywhere you want. Now, the starting line will be a diagonal from the farthest north, the right-hand side, at the water level, up to approximately where the finish line is. In other words, the people that start directly in front of the buoy will be farther from the water. Okay? There will be another line drawn perpendicular to the water level, and that is where if I was going to do a wetsuit, I would line up. The starter will be right in the corner. So what I will do is make sure everybody stops dead this way and that way. So actually, when the gun goes off, we'll have people going into the water, and we'll have people go into their wetsuits. Anybody got any questions? All right. I will hold everybody until no one moves. I'm really against false starts. A lot of these races, people start going. If you start to go, I won't fire the gun, and I'll just let you go as far as you want. We can all sit down and have some coffee, and we'll wait till you come back. But I'm real adamant about that there's no false starts. So if you see someone move next to you, don't worry, because I'll hold them back. If you hear 2 shots, that means everybody stops and comes back, all right? We just had a question on fins. Fins, this is the only rough water swim in the United States that allows fins. I don't know if you brought them or not, but we do allow fins. There's only one stipulation that you have to run in them. The water temperature is 78 degrees. We're going to have 10 lifeguards. 4 of them chosen from past Tugs customers, and the rest city lifeguards. So if you have a choice, pick one of the lifeguards. Now, on the start also, I don't want any roughness. So there's no sense in gaining a second by knocking somebody down. Minors, by our insurance requirements, will have to start behind the regular start, in wave start. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a 10-second wave. So the one gun will go off, I'll wait 10 seconds, the next gun will go off. So the miners should line up, say 5 yards behind the original start. As soon as the gun goes off, run up and pick your spot where you want to be. 10 seconds, the gun will go off again. I'm going to count the miners. They've got circles on their numbers, and they all have to be there, else I'll hold it up. At the end of the race, I will adjust their time by subtracting 10 seconds. Okay, aid. There's an aid station approximately 1/2 the way to the jetty. There will be a turnaround at the end of the jetty, about 50 yards this side. Okay, now on the finish, this is very important so that you get credit for all the work you're doing. You'll come through the finish line, which will be marked by an arch of balloons. Immediately to your left, there'll be a time clock. If it's not at your left, look to the right. Remember your time. It will be also verbally announced. You'll go through the timing chute, and you'll be slowed down a couple times so that we can get information. And then at the end, where it forks off, there will be a person called a diverter, and they will put 10 to each line. Don't allow anyone to get out of line once they pass the diverter. If there's a crasher, we have to make accountability for him, else the whole system's screwed up. So if the guy in front of you starts to get out of line, grab him. All right? At the end of the line, you will receive a ticket. That ticket you bring up to right here, and you get your finishing glass. All right? And inside the finishing glass is a lunch ticket that is good for lunch and Hannah Seafoods, which is right there. That's next to the sports page. So they will be bringing in food right there. It'll be coming in over an hour period. It'll be the taco and rice curry and fish taco, rice curry, and coleslaw. All right. The results will be posted on the rear of the motorhome, on the back side. So don't bother anybody at check-in. They don't know anything. We've taken each one individually and taken all their knowledge away from them. So just go behind the motorhome and you'll get all the information you need. If you wear a wetsuit, you have to wear it on the first swim or you cannot wear it on the second. All right? Hold on a minute. So if you wear a wetsuit, you must wear it on the first swim, and then you can wear it on the second. The wetsuit is in an area, there's a big sign on this side of the thing, anywhere you want inside that area. Now, also no pacers on the course. In other words, if you have a buddy that runs, we don't want anybody pacing you in the run. Now, are there... Also on the glassware, your commemorative glass, don't take it down on the beach and because there's a bottle law here and I don't want anybody to hassle you about it. So don't take it down on the beach. All right, now also, hopefully we're going to get balloons given to you to put in the rear of the start so you can let those go if you want. So anybody got any questions? No, but we may try to get one, but I think it's going to just be up to you. Because I don't know exactly where to put it. You know, like I don't want you to have to run somewhere you don't want to run.
Are you going to be doing massage?
Any other questions? On that side where there's grass, or behind. You can run in your wetsuit if you want.
I know. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's a good question. When you finish with the wetsuit, you just pull it down so we can read your number and you finish with it on. Okay? So don't take your wetsuit off on the last swim. Just go ahead and run through the chute. The question was is the run all on the sand? The run is the minute you get into the water, look at the jetty, and just get there as fast as you can. It'll be all sand. To the jetty and back. And if you do wear shoes, you want to put them down there right away, and I would put them to the south end. There's a whole bunch of them taking your number. The question was, were there officials at the halfway point on the run? Yes, there are, and they're taking down your numbers as you go through. Right, the turnaround at in the 5.5 mile run is at the jetty. Any other questions? Right over here. T-shirts for the 5K are right over here underneath the sports page sign. Okay, well, let's go have a race.